Tuition is set to increase again this fall. We've got the surprising story on why you will be paying more next semester.
And how a former Point Park student landed a modeling job and recently appeared on one of the biggest national talk shows.
And St. Patrick's Day hits Pittsburgh, the events around the city, and who appeared at the annual parade. Point News starts now.
Live from the Point Park University Broadcast Center in downtown Pittsburgh, this is Point News.
Point Park is in the process of getting ready for the 2015 and 2016 school year.
And as a part of those preparations, the school is raising tuition for everybody. Point News reporter Brittany Laufer has the story on what the school plans to do with the money.
Students are already expected to pay for housing, meal plans, and textbooks. As tuition prices take a hike, students will have to rely even more on financial aid and scholarships. Point Park University issued a letter to students recently stating that tuition will be increasing for the 2015-2016 school year.
Well, the cost of everything continues to go up every year, and when we looked at our cost for next year, the first time around, which was about a year ago, the increase probably would have been about 8%.
The schools of communication, arts and sciences, and business will see a 3.9% increase, while the conservatory will see a 4.9% jump.
Interestingly, one of the largest cost drivers at Point Park is financial aid for our students. And then the second largest cost driver is technology. Things continue to increase in cost, and we do everything we can to manage those, but we do need to pass on some cost increase to our students.
In addition to keeping up with cost of financial aid and technology, the tuition increase will also help towards several updates and projects at the university.
We have a new Pathways to Success program. We're beefing up our career services opportunities. So our goal, we have a brand new core curriculum. We have 40 new courses coming out next year, all of which takes a lot of work and some money.
Point Park students can find more information on tuition and other fees at pointpark.edu/tuition. Reporting for Point News, I'm Brittany Laufer.
Since spring 2012, the tower at PNC Plaza in downtown Pittsburgh has been under construction. The nearly 30-story building located on Wood Street and Fifth Avenue will not only be the home of the PNC Financial Institution, but will be the world's greenest skyscraper. An example of technology that may be incorporated include geothermal wells and a solar chimney to reduce carbon emissions. While the tower has high hopes, downtown residents and commuters are ready for the road and parking detours and construction noise to finally end.
Incredibly hard. You never know what streets are going to be closed and when they're going to be closed, so it's hard to know where to drive and where you can.
Of the building is already 78% completed and is set to open to the public this summer. Point Park's Black Student Union is back in action and wants students of all races to join. Point News reporter Megan Barney has the story on the Black Students Union latest projects.
Point Park's Black Student Union was restarted again this past September and since then have been working diligently to get more student body involved. Vice President Christian Moore says the club's future goal is to create a single presence for BSU so students know they have a place to go with a sense of family and belonging. The club has had 3 events and are looking to have more soon.
Black Student Union has hosted an open mic night. That was our first event, and it went very well. We had a variety of support from the student body.
Talk loud for a while. Get this up and see me smile. When I looked inside your chest and saw in the red glow of your heart that I hated myself for it.
Would you rap for me? Would you die for me? Are you the one that just hit you up? Baby, look in my eyes and we'll see.
BSU has meetings every Tuesday in the Student Center, room 701, from 6 to 7 p.m. and encourage all students to attend any meetings and events no matter your race. For UView News, I'm Megan Barney.
The St. Patrick's Day Parade marched down the Boulevard of the Allies this past Saturday and included several Pittsburgh celebrities and mascots. Point News reporter Olivia Fisher has that story.
I'm here in downtown Pittsburgh where they take St. Patrick's Day pretty seriously.
Thousands of people line the streets of downtown Pittsburgh every year for the St. Patrick's Day Parade. Whether or not you're Irish, this holiday has become a national celebration for all in this melting pot community. Rain or shine, a crowd gathers wearing green and this year carrying umbrellas to experience what is one of the largest St. Patrick's Day parades in the world. People of all ages, religion, race, and gender come together to enjoy themselves and celebrate Irish heritage.
Our favorite thing about St. Patrick's Day is the community. Everybody getting together, everybody having fun. It's a fun time for everybody.
Really, it's just spending time with your family, you know. It's a great time to get all your relatives together and just have fun together.
A little rain can't put a damper on this Pittsburgh tradition. This parade has been an annual celebration of this community since 1869 and has recorded over 20,000 participants in a given year. This year's parade lasted well over 2 hours long, and the crowd didn't leave a minute early.
What makes Pittsburgh's celebration so much different than others?
The communities around the city coming together on one day and just enjoying it.
Pittsburgh's large Irish community makes for this family-oriented celebration of Ireland's patron saint so incredible. The city hopes to continue this tradition and add crowd numbers as well as parade entries every year to follow.
Reporting live for UView News, I'm Olivia Fisher.
It's one of the most famous snacks during this time of the year, and it's not only at McDonald's that you can get one. Point News reporter Tori Adams shows us how you can make your own Shamrock Shake.
What if I told you you could make this St. Patrick's Day treat year-round from the comfort of your own home? Each year, from the middle of February to around St. Patrick's Day, restaurants offer signature St. Patrick's Day treats like the Shamrock Shake. McDonald's has offered the Shamrock Shake every year since 1970. And even with the booming amount of 870 calories in the large 22-ounce shake, fans can't seem to get enough. Some of them have even found ways to consume the treat year-round. I've done some research and would like to share with you the perfect recipe for a Shamrock Shake that you can make at home while counting calories. The ingredients include vanilla ice cream, milk, peppermint extract, whipped cream, and green food coloring for that signature green appearance. You'll need 3 scoops of vanilla ice cream, an 1/8 teaspoon of peppermint extract, an 1/8 teaspoon of green food coloring, or roughly 15 drops, and 1.5 cups of milk. Then blend the ingredients, adding ice cream to reach the perfect consistency for you. And pour the milkshake into individual servings and top with whipped cream. I hope you stay lucky all year long with the Shamrock Shake treat. Reporting for Point News, I'm Tori Adams.
Coming up, find out how one Point Park student is gaining national recognition for a unique photography project.
And how a former Point Park student reached stardom and recently appeared on a daytime talk show. Those stories are next on Point News.
We are a social people. We share our inspiration, wisdom, creations, and memories. We share what makes us laugh and what angers us. Built on the notion of a free flow of ideas, our country thrives on the freedom of speech. Without it, who would watch over our governing powers? And how would we share our history to make a difference for the future? It's this freedom to share that gives us a reason to listen.
Start your morning with City News.
Start your morning with campus news.
Start your morning with political coverage.
Start your morning with fun.
Start your morning with us, only on Daybreak.
Did you know that Point Park has a cheerleading squad?
Don't stop. Don't get it confused.
Not only do our cheerleaders represent Point Park at regional and national competitions, but they also promote spirit and awareness of every sports team on campus. Come to any men's or women's varsity basketball game at home to watch the cheerleaders perform at halftime and cheer from the sidelines from the first jump ball to the final buzzer. Sports not your thing? You can catch the cheer team lead the crowd at the fall and spring pep rallies as well, or at several competitions around Pittsburgh each year. So what are you waiting for? Show the Point Park cheerleaders the support they show you.
We know you're wondering what the A-list celebrities are up to. Well, here at Entertainment on Point, we're wondering too.
Have you heard about James Franco and Seth Rogen's new movie?
No, but have you heard Beyonce's new single? Did you see what she was wearing on that red carpet?
Honey, that was not cute.
Did you see what happened on Scandal this week? No, I was too busy keeping up with the Kardashians. No matter what your guilty pleasure is, we've got you covered. Entertainment on Point. Get to the point of pop culture. Yeah!
Former Point Park student Matthew Noska has become a successful model overnight simply by posting a photo. At the age of 22, Noska has modeled for some of the biggest companies in the world and walked in his first New York Fashion Week show. I spoke with Matthew and his family about his success.
Playing as a Point Park guard, Matthew Noska didn't know his life would change from this to this, and all it took was a direct message. His current agent, Luke Simone, sent Matthew an Instagram message asking if he had ever considered modeling.
No, I really never did think that he would be a model. People would always say that when he was growing up, how handsome he was, and that I should, but never thought that it would end up like this.
Matthew said he was skeptical at first, but after talking to his mother, who knew of the Wilhelmina modeling agency from watching America's Next Top Model, he said he knew this was the real deal.
It's pretty amazing how everything happened. I posted one Instagram photo, then a few months later I'm on flights to Germany modeling for one of the biggest names in the fashion industry.
Within a week of meeting his agent, Matthew had signed a modeling contract and was shooting with companies like Nike, Calvin Klein, and Hugo Boss, just to name a few. His first national appearance came when he modeled a product on ABC's The View. Matthew has traveled all over the world but made his home on Wall Street in New York City. This Wolf of Wall Street soon became one of the most famous faces in the modeling world.
I've been out to the store and people have stopped me from high school, and they're always asking how he's doing, where he's at, what's going on with him.
Most recently, Matthew was interviewed by Ellen DeGeneres on her show about his amazing story and has almost 200,000 followers on Instagram.
Has recently moved from his New York home into a new home in Los Angeles. He hopes to take his career to the next level by pursuing acting, which he tells me is something he has always wanted to do.
Point Park students.
After the break, the Anime Club hosts a movie marathon tribute, complete with raffles and prizes.
And it's finally warming up in Pittsburgh. Your weekend weather forecast is next.
Here at the Pioneers sideline, we get freshmen involved as quickly as possible so they get the real-world experience on air and behind the scenes to set themselves apart in internships and potential jobs. Blaine, where is that video? I needed it in KeyPro like yesterday.
All right, I got you, Chris. But I had a quick question for you guys.
What do you mean the questions? It's always a question. It's always a... What? Where is he? Blaine!
Blaine! Blaine!
Freshman, you can't find any good ones anymore.
Do you know all the things you can do with your student ID? Along with getting discounts to some of the restaurants around campus. Showing your Point Park ID can net you deals on tickets at theaters in the Cultural District. To check out all the current options, just search Student Discounts on the Point Park University homepage.
An expression, a belief, a symbol, freedom to worship, an unspoken word. To express yourself means standing up for what you believe in. There's a freedom to worship and a freedom to live. To speak never saying a word, to love, to let your voice be heard. The light of your own path. For more information, visit www.freedomofspeechpsa.org.
Point Park's Anime Club held a movie marathon last week and dedicated the event to one specific filmmaker. Point News reporter Nick Versilla has the story.
Hayao Miyazaki. Whenever you think of him and his films, you think of a few things: quality, imagination, and a message that'll last throughout the ages. I'm just holding some of his films here that have carried throughout time. And Point Park Anime Club was just doing that today, carrying his message throughout time. The Point Park Anime Club hosted its annual Miyazaki movie marathon, which shows and celebrates the work and career of the acclaimed Japanese animator and filmmaker.
He's got international acclaim as just an amazing animator, but also as a fantastic storyteller. And I think that's one of the main reasons we keep going back to Miyazaki films. Not only is he really loved in the anime community, but he's loved all over the world. He's loved as an animator, he's loved as a storyteller, as an author.
Miyazaki co-founded his animation studio, Studio Ghibli, in 1985 and has helped make over 20 films, including the 2002 Animated Academy Award-winning film, Spirited Away.
Miyazaki is only out there to give material and to give messages and shows to children who are growing up and like helping them like grow as themselves and kind of find themselves. And he does it through fictional heroines and heroes in his movies. And
students watched 4 films: The Cat Returns, Howl's Moving Castle, Castle in the Sky, and The Wind Rises. Audience members could also raffle to win a movie poster and pillow. The Anime Club meets every Thursday in the University Center from 7 to 11 p.m. Reporting from Point Park, I'm Nick Versilla.
It looks like spring has finally arrived in Pittsburgh. Megan Barney has your weekend weather outlook.
Well, everybody, yes, spring will be here this weekend, and weather is warming up slowly but surely. Today we've got around 8 a.m., it was 37 degrees Fahrenheit. In the noon, it was 49, and then tonight will be around 38. So just make sure you guys wear something that is warm enough, but so you won't be hot, but a light jacket or something like that, and you'll be good for the weekend. So thank you, and I'm going to pass it back.
The Pittsburgh Pirates came out with an 8-7 win this past Wednesday night against the Detroit Tigers in Bradenton, Florida. It was a tough game for the Pirates as they struggled missing several key players. Center fielder Andrew McCutchen was out for this 5th straight game due to soreness in his lower body. And outfielder Jose Tabata fouled a pitch off his left foot in the 3rd inning and had to leave the game on a golf cart. Aside from the injuries, Starling Marte and Gabby Sanchez stepped up with the hits to help the Buccos get the win. It wasn't a winning week for all Pirates sports teams, though, as the Penguins lost to the New Jersey Devils Tuesday night 2-0. Devils goalie Corey Schneider made 35 saves and earning his 5th shutout of the season, sending the Penguins to their 3rd straight loss. The Penguins have been hurting the past 3 games due to injuries and sickness to star players Geno Malkin and Sidney Crosby. Hopefully the Penguins can bounce back tonight against the Dallas Stars and break this losing streak. And in the NFL, another young player is adding his name to the list of early exits from the league. 49ers linebacker Chris Borland has decided to retire after leading the team in his rookie season with 108 tackles at the age of 24. Borland's reason for hanging up the cleats because of weariness due to head trauma. He is the 2nd linebacker from the San Francisco team to retire in the last week after the team lost 5-time All-Pro Patrick Willis. Borland is the 5th player under 30 to retire from the NFL this offseason.
That does it for this week on Point News. Be sure to join us Thursday live at 2 p.m.
Well, Megan, you said the weather's warming up. I'm excited. I'm heading off to Florida. I know Brittany's heading to Florida also this weekend.
Sunday. We'll stay here, but don't worry, because on Saturday we're going to have a nice 61 day. Ooh. So we'll have a little sun, and the whole weekend actually we're going to have some sun. So it'll be around the 40s, but
and we'll
Saturday,
have 80s. But
bring me some sandbags so I can, put some out, pretend like I'm at the beach.
Why not?
Anything like that.
Exactly.
All right, that's all we have for today. Have a great weekend, everybody.